Welcome to the introduction video to BobCAD-CAM. This video will give you a lot of general information on how to get started with the software and find all the additional information needed for support and services. As you can see, I have the version of BobCAD currently open on the screen. I'm going to go over a little just general guide through the software, how to find additional information like support, training, post-processors, and stuff of that nature. A few of the things I want to talk about is the layout of the software itself. You have some general areas of the software, the menus across the top here for your general CAD construction. You have the modules menu, which will take you to different areas of the software like the CAM tree, loading a new CAM job and simulation. Your software preferences, like your colors and screen colors and so forth. And the help menu. Now the help menu is an overlooked menu that is very important in the software. It has a lot of useful information inside of here that I want everybody to be aware of. Some of the things it has is the help topics. This is a very detailed help topic menu. Years ago, people always say we used to give out these big thick manuals, paper manuals. If you were to print out the help system, it'd probably be over 800 pages long. It's very detailed, covers every feature and function of the software. You can just click on this here. It'll load up the help system. You can go right through the menus in the different areas here. You can look at an index of topics, or you can just type in a search. Like if I did a machine config. And it'll search and load up all the topics that are with that. You can click on it and go through all the different areas of this here. So the help menu is very important. A lot of good general information for people right in the software. Now, you also have the next option below that is use the online help. The help system is always updating daily. If your computer that Bobcat is on is hooked to the internet and you have this checked, it will always use the latest version of our help system. If not, every time you update the software, if this is turned off, it will update at that time. We always have a version on the website as well, which I'll be showing you, that you can access without even having Bobcat on the computer, and that will always be our updated help. But if you want, keep that checked, and that just lets the software know to look for the online help, and it'll have the latest version of help at that time. You have the tip of the day, some system information. You can look at your license, see what your license is offered on your software, as well as information about your company. Your activation online, activating of license manually by call-in or deauthorized. These should only be if you're activating the software for the first time, adding on additional products, or moving the software to another computer. The About Bobcat is very good as well. This will let you know the version and the build number, so that way you can check to see if you're on the latest update, because we list our updates by the build number. You can also access the website from here as well. Now you have all your icons. Those can be modified through the preferences menu. You can right click on any of these menus to turn things on and off. You have your data CAM tree manager, which would have your CAD function settings, as well as your CAM tree and your art access over here, layer UCS post manager, your CAD interface or your drawing window, and then you have the information bar at the bottom. This is another overlooked area of the software because as you're going through features like a rotate, for instance, it always tells you the step to do next down here at the bottom, and it'll kind of step you through the feature. Any of these features in the software, like if I do a contour, it's telling me what to do, and it will take me through the steps of applying that feature to the software. So really the way to look at it is when you're working in the software and you get stuck, your first thing is you should look down to the bottom left for the step. If that works, get you through the operation. If not, go to the internal help system, and from there you can contact reference a video or contact support or any of the information on the website. You also have some like cursor position, active drawing color, line style, and what unit of measure in. So some general areas of the software. Inside the different menus, for instance, how to access stuff. If you want to bring up a menu, you right click on an option. So you can see, even if I right click in the CAD window, right click is to bring up menus and left click is a selection. So easiest way to remember that. If I want to see the menu for CAM defaults, I right click on it. If I want to pick one of the options, I left click on it. Next thing I want to cover is the Bobcat Live. So if I right click on any of these, this will come on when you install the software. You can turn it off as you want, but this is something you really want to know about and how to access as well. It's like shortcuts right to the website for additional information. You can see you have technical support shortcuts, training shortcuts, social resources like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and then just software resources like videos, the store, and even Bobcat After Dark's on here. So a lot of good information, and these are just web shortcuts. Again, if your computer is hooked to the internet and I want to jump right to submit a ticket for support, if I hit this, you can see it launches me right to the ticket system. So now I can choose the area department I want to send the support, the question to, and next through it and create the ticket. You can also access the knowledge base, the troubleshooter, and so forth, and we're going to look at those in a little bit as well. So Bobcat Live, definitely a lot of good information. If you do close it down and you want to get it back, just right click on any of your menus, click Bobcat Live again, and it will come back up. Okay, so if you want to go right to the website itself, just simply bring up your internet browser, go to BobCAD.CAM, and I just went ahead and clicked on the support. These are your different tabs across the top here that you can, if you want to look at new products, industries, videos, news, or support. Now you can see as I hover over it, I can get to these without actually clicking on it. But if you click on the menu like I did, it brings it into the form here where you can see all the different topics. Now some of the things we want to look at in here are things like you can see your membership information, support guidelines, premium support login, your downloadable files, post processors, updates, forum access, registering, documentation, be all of our manuals, knowledge base, getting started information. You can request support here. You can view the ticket system. Support technician or online training technician might ask you to join a support session or a demo session for a computer connection through Turbo Meeting. So a lot of good information through here as well. Now some of these that you'll want to know about, let's start with post processors. We only install a few post processors into the software. If you need an additional post processor that's not in the software, you'll come to the support menu of the website. You'll choose the post processor option, and then you'll run through the wizard. You'll choose the version, the make, let's go to this one here first, the make, and then you'll choose the controller make and model. So if it's like a Fanuc 11M, and then you can download it. It shows you a little sample there if you need to see what the output's like, and then just download it and run it into your software or save it down to a device to be carried to a different computer. So post processor is very easy to access here. Now one other thing, if you need a post processor that's not in here, if you scroll down a little bit farther, there's a line to request a standard post processor here. Just fill out all the information, attach all the acquired info, and submit it, and it will go directly to the posting department for creation. Some of the things I want to talk about here are, at this point, are the supported machine types. Our supported machine types are mill, lathe, plasma laser water jet, and wire EDM. So those are our supported machine types. Other specialty type machines might not be supported with the software or able to be produced usable code for those. But mills up to 5-axis, lathe up to 2-axis, plasma laser water jets, and router are also currently supported with the software. I also want to talk about the supported CAN cycle types for the post processors. We support the drilling CAN cycles, drilling, reaming, boring, tapping, those type of CAN cycles. Your pocketing and circle milling and framing type CAN cycles will not be supported by Bobcat because there's functions and features in the software to do that type of work. Those are machine specific cycles for when you're programming right at the machine. But we do use the drilling cycles inside of the software. Okay, let's go back up to the support menu. Now inside of here, some of the other things I want to talk about as well. Updates. This is where you would come to get updates for the software. The forum. Forum is a lot of good access that anybody can log into. Just register for it. You create your own username and password, and then you can go into the forum. There's all different types of topics. These are answered by Bobcat users as well as technicians. You can see our technicians get on here and answer questions as well. So if you have a quick question, maybe post a question onto the forum, You might get an answer by a user or a technician. And you get different types of answers too, so it's nice to see different ways to do a few different things up here. A lot of people share information back and forth and so forth. All right, next thing we're going to take a look at on here is the documents. There's a lot of good information in the documents. One of them is where you can go to get the manuals in the online help system. If you remember, I was saying the online help checkbox to whether or not your help system is what's installed on your computer or it's looking to the internet. If your computer doesn't have internet and you want to check on another computer to see if there's maybe an updated help topic, just come to our website, click on the online under documentation, and what this will do is it'll take just a minute and it will open up the help system, whether or not Bobcat is on your computer or not. Then you can go through all the topics in here just as if you were inside the software. As well as the manuals button will bring you to all available manuals. You can print these out, download them, whatever you need to do with these as well. The link over here on the right will take you to the Getting Started videos. The Getting Started videos are very good. You should watch all of the Getting Started videos before starting with the software. It tells you things on how to install the software, how to use the CAD system, basic tool pathing for mill and lathe, basic setup of the software. When you're setting up the software, you must watch all the videos because machines, cutting conditions are very important, and you should know how to set those up before you go into the software, as well as how the software calculates its feed rates and works with your tools that you select. These videos will help explain that to you, plus it will help you get the correct code out at the end. Got to have a machine set up, got to understand what the settings are in the cutting conditions for drilling. We also have our premium support customers login here. This login will take you to registration for additional webinars that are only available for our premium support customers. These webinars are once a week, cover different topics of the software and different softwares, and as long as you're on the premium support package, you have access to all of these as well as pre-recorded ones from the past. So there's a whole library of pre-recorded 1 to 2 hour long webinars that you can go up and watch at any time. The next area we're going to talk about will be requesting support, using the support ticket system, the knowledge base, and troubleshooter that is associated with it as well. So down here we have the request support. You can go right to the knowledge base, and you can even view tickets. All three of these should take you to the correct area. Request support will bring you right to the ticket system just like the other ones will, where you can submit a ticket, look through the knowledge base, see any new news, use the troubleshooter, premium login, get to the post processors, start a support session with a technician, and also see our online forum. So you can see it even brings us to a couple of the topics we've already talked about inside of here. If you want to submit a ticket, come in here, choose the type that it's on, next through this, ask you your information, how you want to be contacted by phone or email, a little bit about the subject, and then when you submit that, that'll be sent off to a ticket will be made for a support technician or the appropriate department to contact you back. You also have the knowledge base on here. This is a lot of good information as well. How to sign up for the Bobcat forum, posting, predator issues, code and post processor issues, operating systems, errors, getting started, setting up clearances and rapid planes. So you can see there's all kinds of informations and articles on here, as well as we have an online troubleshooter. This is something you might want to go through before you submit the ticket to the technician, because most of the time there's a lot of topics on here that answer most of your questions, and they'll take you through the steps to get your problem corrected right away. It's also good for when tech support is not open. For instance, if I click on the troubleshooter, I have software crashing or freezing, RS-232 communications, post-processing issues, toolpath issues, geometry issues, and Bobcat errors. When you're sending in tickets to the technician, it is also very good to submit all available information on the first ticket. Any part files that are needed, G-code, post processors, machine files, any of that, attach it to the ticket on your initial send. It'll save the time of the technician having to contact you back to request that information. And inside of here, I want to cover some of the available training options that we have additionally for the software. We offer on-site seminars, 3-day local seminars, online seminars or online training, ROLT, one of our most popular methods. In-house seminars here at our headquarters. We also offer video training series and packages. So there's a lot of additional information that you can look at here. Over here on the left, it just breaks them down again. Another page you can go to is lessons, free lessons, webinars, or even online courses. You can also see in here, just getting started with BobCAD gives you some information for that. You can see the premium webinars that would be upcoming, a list of them here. Okay, so we've come back to the training page. One of the other things I wanted to show you was the online training, one of our most popular options. It's done through the internet, one-on-one training, and we have a lot of courses already created that you can take. So if you don't know what specifically you want to take, but you know an area of the software, you can go to these different topics, and you can see we have, and if you were to expand these even further, they'll have detailed courses. This concludes this lesson.